21, the age where you can now legally drink in the U.S. But we all know that many young adults drink well before this age, sometimes as young as 13, 14, or 15. Some young adults are right on the threshold getting ready to turn 21 and one day go to a bar and they're denied a drink because their license isn't turned horizontally. Why is the drinking age so much higher in the U.S. compared to other countries? Why can't those who serve in their own military at the age of 18, why can't they enjoy a cold beer on a Friday night with their friends and swap war stories? I recently turned 21 last month, and while I enjoyed drinking an Angry Orchard at my birthday dinner, I questioned why I had to wait 21 years of my life for that moment to drink a hard cider. The drinking age in the United States should be lowered to the age of 18 because 18-year-olds can vote, they can serve in the military, and as well, 18 is the age where you can, get married, and it's the age of adulthood here in the U.S. The laws should change to allow people in the United States to drink at age 18, not 21. In the U.S., we all know the legal age to drink is 21. Many times, young adults drink well before this age because they might have older friends who drink. They think they're rebelling against authority, and sometimes alcohol is seen as the forbidden fruit, and they want to have something that they're not supposed to, according to Ruth C. Engs. Back in the 1920s, the U.S. attempted to ban alcohol in an era called the Prohibition period. This led to many undercover bars popping up all over the U.S., referred to as speakeasies, and the number of people drinking alcohol greatly increased because the government was trying to take it away. The backlash towards the unenforceable prohibition caused the U.S. to repeal the law simply because people were going to find a way to drink alcohol no matter what they did. Says Ruth C. Engs, the underlying reason that the legal age to drink at 21 is quite honestly based on money, if we think about it. The National Minimum Drinking Age Act of 1984 basically told states that they had to increase their drinking age to 21 or lose up to 10% of their federal highway funding, according to Ethan Trex. So because of money, because states didn't want to lose their money, they raised their drinking age. So they quickly realized that in order to keep our funding for national highways, we have to raise that age to 21, and that's why it's stuck since 1984. If U.S. citizens can vote, serve in the military at 18, why can't they also drink at 18? Should the laws change to allow 18-year-olds to drink? The drinking age should be lowered to 18, but not carelessly. There needs to be specific guidelines in place to ensure responsibility. The minimum drinking age should be lowered to 18 with a program in place in high schools and colleges to instruct a class on responsible drinking, the effects of drunk driving, and alcohol poisoning and alcoholism. According to Abigail Hall, students in college who are under 21 will go to a friend's house, drink there, get so uncontrollably drunk, and become sick. And because they can't go to a bar and they don't have a bartender to cut them off, they go to a friend's house where their friend gets alcohol poisoning and they don't want to take them to the hospital because they're afraid of the repercussions of getting in trouble for having an underage drinking party. So rather than going to a bar where a bartender can cut them off, they go to a friend's house, get totally trashed, and nobody takes them to the hospital or seeks medical attention because they don't want to get in trouble. So teaching a class on responsible drinking would lessen the stereotype that drinking underage is cool, and most likely end the epidemic of binge drinking, which is where students drink a lot of alcohol in a short period of time to get the full effects of being drunk. That was according to Abigail Hall as well. So having a class in place to educate students on the consequences of irresponsible drinking, much like we have sex ed classes even in elementary school, will not eliminate those who do it irresponsibly, but will most likely lessen the percentage of how many times it happens. So teaching classes on drinking should not be the only solution in place when it comes to lowering the national drinking age to 18. Individual states should decide what their minimum drinking age should be. Let's leave it up to the states. In a country such as America, a spry 18-year-old can enlist in the military and die overseas fighting for our freedom, That same person can't discuss and swap war stories over a cold beer on a Friday night. An 18-year-old can legally marry, but they can't enjoy champagne at their own wedding. There is a double standard when it comes to what an 18-year-old can and cannot do in this country when you think about it. According to Sophia Gallo, entangling the federal government in every issue to achieve supposed universality in the law may have a detrimental effect because it prevents states from possibly finding a better alternatives to the status quo. I understand how many people think that lowering the drinking age to 18 would be detrimental to society. I understand. They believe that the number of drunk driving cases would increase, alcohol poisoning would increase, and irresponsibility and young adults would run amok. I understand. While these are all good and valid points, the decrease of traffic accidents stopped after 1 year of adopting the new drinking age to 21 in 1984. So after 1 year, it went back to normal. And that was according to Sophia Gallo in her research. So the law should change to allow people in the United States to drink at 18, not 21. The two options I'll summarize for allowing the United States to lower the drinking age to 18 would be to either establish a program in high school and colleges to teach the importance of responsible drinking, or to allow the states to decide what their minimum drinking age should be. Let's leave it up to the states. Let's see if they can figure out a better alternative, a better solution to what's been going on. Thank you all so much for your time. You have been a wonderful audience, and I hope that we can all come together for a better solution. Thank you.